everybody, how's it going? It's the Daily Shooter, and one of the more frequent questions that I receive here on the channel is, I'm under the age of 21, I want to purchase my first firearm, but should I get a rifle or should I get a shotgun? And we're going to try and tackle that question today. Now, typically when somebody asks me whether or not they should get a shotgun or a rifle for their first firearm, they're usually talking about for home defense, for self-defense, for something of that nature. They're not typically talking about buying something for hunting because hunting is very specific. You know what kind of firearm you need to go hunt a specific type of game. So they're talking about self-defense. Now, if you're talking about the realm of home defense, the shotgun offers a lot of great versatility due to the fact that you can find several different types of ammunition for a shotgun. A shotgun, you can get birdshot, buckshot, number 4 shot, specialty loads. I mean, you name it, the list goes on of things that you can buy for a shotgun. Sabo slugs, dragon's breath, you name it. Not all of them are suitable for home defense, but the versatility of the shotgun round really does make the shotgun a nice choice. However, it's not going to be my first choice. My first choice is actually going to be a rifle. While a shotgun is a great firearm to have, and a lot of people think that racking a shotgun is intimidating, I wouldn't count on intimidation as being my #1 deterrent. What I would worry about is magazine capacity, lethality, stopping ability, ease of use, sound. You want to worry about the amount of sound and concussion that you're going to get off of a particular firearm if you're shooting it in a hallway. Shotguns are typically pretty loud. They also kick pretty hard. So if you want everybody in your house to be able to use it, you want something with a little bit lighter recoil. Also, the magazine capacity, typically talking about shotguns, is going to be anywhere from, let's say, 4 to 8 shots. So even for people in California, you're reducing yourself by the ability of 2 additional rounds. So you have a shotgun that tends to be a little bit heavier. It has a lower magazine capacity, heavy recoil, yes, very versatile ammunition, and not a bad choice. I mean, this will definitely get the job done, but if you're talking about multiple assailants, potential need for reloads, you want to think about everything in the nature of being fast, being light, being maneuverable, and not being so heavy on that recoil. Because if I am engaging somebody and there happens to be multiple assailants, I need something that my wife can grab even if she's small framed and handle it no problem. So you might be thinking, well, what about a 20 gauge? I like 20 gauge. I'm a huge fan of 20 gauge. I think 20 gauge is great. A lot of people will tell you that it doesn't have the same energy as a 12 gauge, and it doesn't, but not by much. You want to talk about, let's say, slugs for both. You're talking about a 1 ounce slug for the 12 gauge traveling at 1,200 feet per second. Okay, or 1,600 feet per second. 1 ounces at 1,600 feet per second versus a 20 gauge, 3/4 ounces at the same velocity, 1,600 feet per second. And you're still talking about just an absolutely lethal, completely damaging round. And again, like I said, not much of a difference. But then you move over to something like this, okay? The AR-15 is a great fighting rifle. It has the ability to make fast reloads, the ability to accept a larger amount of rounds than a shotgun. You can even get higher capacity magazines for it if you wanted to. The ability to change and upgrade to suit the ability that you might have. Extremely low recoil. Now, one of the things that I would mention, if you are going to listen to my advice or take my opinion, which I suggest you make sure that you watch as many videos, read as many blogs, and do as much research as you can. Don't ever just take my opinion as the final word, because it is, again, just my opinion. But one of the things I would watch out for is a lot of people like to upgrade their home defense rifles. They'll put on a compensator at the end. A compensator will greatly increase the amount of sound and concussion that you're going to get out of the exact same firearm. Okay, so for a home defense firearm, you want something that's more or less like a flash hider that projects the gases and the sound forward. That is why I have not upgraded from the standard A2 flash hider. It's going to reduce the amount of flash that I'm going to get in a hallway. It's going to keep most of those gases and concussion moving forward. And you don't necessarily want to use, let's say like I have on my other rifle, Landtag Dragon, and a home defense type scenario, because it's just going to blow your ears out. You're going to have audible shock and you're going to have a ton of problems. So always make sure that you have a good flashlight. You have it set up the way that you want. Don't use a compensator. But to me, a rifle, especially with the versatility of the ammunition that's coming out lately, I think is a good option. You have to remember that ammunition has really come a long way. Full metal jackets, there are specific home defense rounds that are out there right now. I actually use the Winchester PDX-1 223. It's a home defense round that is meant to hit hard, penetrate, but dump a lot of its energy really fast. So it's not going to penetrate multiple barriers and people. It's not going to be like you would see in the movies. It's going to stop the threat without doing more than you need to. So remember, ammunition, if you're worried about, a shotgun just being boom, knockdown power, you don't have to aim. Yes, you do. And yes, it has the knockdown power. But so does this. It allows you the little bit extra ability. Like I said, virtually no recoil. With the adjustable stock, I know shotguns have that, but a lot of them don't come with adjustable stocks. Most AR-15s these days have an adjustable stock on it. Allows you to get it in nice and tight, virtually no recoil whatsoever. Muzzle blast, everything's kind of going forward. Allows you the ability to move and engage a target and multiple targets, and anybody in my house can use this. So for those people that were asking me over the past, probably 6 months now that I've been getting this question, what should you buy? I think a rifle is probably your best choice for defense, personal defense, home defense, if you had to choose between the two, because of those specific reasons, like I said. But really, neither one is a bad choice. Get yourself a firearm. If you're 18, 19 years old, 20 years old, and you want something, make sure that you go out there and get it. Don't wait until you're 21, because who knows what happens between the age of 20 and 21. Make sure you go out there, get something now, save your money for a handgun, for a pistol later on, but get something that's capable, okay? It's always good to go out there and get something that's really inexpensive and cheap, but in the long run, you want something that's gonna last you for a little while. So anyway, guys, that's my choice for home defense. This is my choice for personal defense. If you had to pick one, the AR-15 is my choice. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe. Have a great day.